Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 248 of MMT Millennial Movie Talk. I'm one of your hosts, Brayden, joined as always by currently the ghost of Alexander.
Hello.
He's there, trust me. The audio listeners will have no idea what's going on. Alex's screen is currently just an empty chair at an empty table. And Alex is joining us in his ghostly presence as he tries to figure out his video. But we're also joined by someone else who we haven't seen over here for a long time. Steph, welcome back.
In a hot minute. I'm back.
Been a while, my gosh. You've been
You guys
adventuring outside of South Australia.
I have been. I have been interstate in the new South Wales.
Oh, goddamn.
Not the old South
A lot
Wales.
better than the old
Not the
South
old
Wales.
South Wales, the new one.
Goddamn.
So yep, I've been there and now I'm back, and I know
Back
you guys
at it.
needed another token female. So
They're like, more representation the better. That's,
yeah, not quite diverse enough.
No, it's the exact same as it was like 2 years ago.
That's it. I'm
How
bringing
long
a little
has it been?
feminine
Like
touch.
2 years or something?
It's been just under.
Because a year ago, we were like, we should ask Steph if Steph wants. Because I'm not sure if you remember this, Steph, on your last episode. Jokingly, we said there's a 1 year ban from you because you were like, I'll come back as a guest. And we said, no, you got a 1 year ban.
That's right. That is right.
And then last year, it was your
Yeah,
1 year
didn't want
ban.
that.
And if you search your name in the group chat, you can see us discussing us drafting up a letter to write you to let you know your 1 year ban was over. And then
Is that right?
I think it was a peter out. I think
Yeah.
we
A what out?
a peter out.
It never got finalized.
Never
the
got
final
finalized.
processes of the.
I think you said
you
you
know,
peed her out.
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
we didn't do that.
No, not that bad.
But no, yeah, my band's up, so I'm allowed to
Yeah.
re-enlist
been
in
unblocked,
MMT.
COVID,
re-enlisting, straight to the front
Conscripted,
line. Nah,
whatever you
I
wanna
don't.
call it.
No, I don't like this wording of anything. Steph, it's been a long time.
It's been a
A
while.
lot of things have happened. You know, we've had Chris go on many adventures overseas. We've had Michael currently overseas having adventures.
We're all becoming a little more
We've
cultured.
had massive obsessions over things like.
I
Planet
went to
of the
Bali.
Apes. Alex also
Alex
went
also went overseas.
Alex went to
But the-
Bali.
But the show doesn't happen when Alex isn't here. So
It did when I went to Bali.
did it? Did Chris
Yeah.
and I do an episode?
And Michael, by the way. And
Michael?
and Michael.
Did we?
Yeah, you did.
No, that's right.
Nothing
we did
ever changes.
because we didn't do the video. I remember now. Yep, I got it.
Because I
Yeah, 'cause
reprimanded you.
we didn't do video, so all of us were recording like this.
And we should we address the fact that I look like I'm about to give the Johnny Depp apology video for Pistol and Boo? Like, should we address that? That's my camera situation right now.
Yes. Steph has one light, and it is a bedside table. And...
It is a bedside table lamp, and it's just.
whoa.
Have I taken
Oh my
over?
God.
He's here.
Alex has arrived.
And look,
What is-
Brayden.
Hey, it's actually running correctly.
Yeah.
We love
You
it.
look much smoother, Alex.
That's a smooth
So, yeah.
boy right there.
So that's
Oh,
so
this is
that's
gonna be
the reason
Alex's
why the
next
lighting
half
is
hour.
so dim and grim, and also my laptop is like prehistoric, which is why it's all grainy.
Yeah,
as well.
it's a phenomenal setup you're working with there, Steph.
Yeah, propped up on about 7 books.
Yeah, you know what? It harkens back to if you're gonna have your first time on a podcast in a long time, you should go back to grassroots podcasting, which is
For sure.
sitting with a Blue Yeti between your legs.
My
Whoa.
ASMR channel is coming soon.
Yes, just all the tippy taps. That's how they do it on the tickers. I don't know.
Is that you trying to say TikTok?
Yeah, I don't do TikTok. I'm not on that thing.
The future's
That's
now,
probably
man.
wise.
Bless. First question, Steph.
Hmm.
Have you watched all the Planet of the Apes films?
Are we like the reboots or
Oh boy.
all of them? Just all of them.
It's a requirement now.
I've not seen the subsequent Planet of the Apes films in the original series. I've
Okay.
only seen the first one,
Okay.
and I don't think I've seen the Mark Wahlberg one either.
That's fine.
Other than
That's-
that, I'm up to date. I've seen the OG and I've seen all the reboots.
Okay. So
It passes.
we do very much recommend watching the rest of the old ones because they are surprisingly good, as we have been harking on about for the last, I think, 3 weeks.
The first one is fantastic.
First
I
one's
don't
really
know if there's
good.
ever been a debate on that amongst people in this podcast, but
No,
we're all saying we all agree that the first one's awesome.
first one's
Okay.
good. First one is
Good.
good. Second one, I would love for you to watch it because
Alright.
the first half, just know the first half is just the first film again. And then the
Okay.
second half, I'm very interested to hear your thoughts because shit goes crazy.
I'll watch it and I'll come back to you next week.
Yeah. But
Alright,
that does
done.
also, Alex did set a requirement for watching the second film, which is you have to immediately then watch the third film.
Okay, so
So-
I've got two to watch.
2 to watch.
Welcome back.
And back to back.
I can manage it. I
As
can
someone who
manage.
did it as a back-to-back the other week, it was very good as a back-to-back.
Just want to say, Braden, already done. Look at this.
Alex is on it. Look at
Already
this.
here.
Professional.
And look at this, guys. No lag. Like I
Look at his
said.
laggy hands. No lag. That's it. We love
Oh,
it.
look at those jazz hands.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Goddamn.
All right, done. I'll watch the next 2
Please watch Apes.
and get back to you next week.
We
'Cause
love it.
we're
That's
kind of
little
an
bit of
ape
homework.
podcast now. Like, it's kind of all we talk about.
But not like
What's going on here?
not like in a an ape podcast, like as
I
don't
know we're going to be ranking our favorite prime apes. We're going to have a tier list.
It's all we talk about.
Um,
Just
Yeah, we're going to be discussing.
Did you notice in
where
the group chat,
orangutans rank.
one of the apes is female. That's you in the photo.
Oh, is that right? I didn't notice that. I'll have to go back and
I mean, the
that's
photo.
very
it
sweet,
went-
Alex.
The photo on the Facebook group chat is like this small. It's tiny.
I thought it was monkeys playing poker originally.
Oh no,
until-
it's Monkey's doing a podcast. Stephanie.
So Alex will
Okay.
send you the full photo because it is very funny. Some of them are wearing Air Jordans. It's great. It's very fun.
Oh, okay.
It's very fun. Support your local artists and
Yeah, don't use
sup-
ChatGPT.
support real human art, please.
what about
on
a our new intro song, Braden?
that. Alex played me a AI generated intro song, which was very funny,
That apes.
but by no means good.
Which one's the female?
Oh, wait, it's getting in focus. There it is. The female is very clearly on the middle on the computer.
The middle one.
It's so
How
funny.
so?
It's so funny. It's because you gotta watch Planet of the Apes and see what the
Okay.
women look like.
Okay,
Because
right,
it
right,
definitely didn't accept prompts about Planet of the Apes, but the second Alex just worded it in a certain way, it just did Planet of the Apes.
I
And they're coming
basically
for our jobs.
basically
it's
when
so bad.
But no, it's only going for programmers and software engineers. Their jobs are
Yeah.
gone because it's so easy to program a ChatGPT. Yeah, but if you need to fucking troubleshoot or set up anything, it's useless.
Yeah.
Okay. For now.
It's it's not taken over the world just yet.
Till's got legs.
Bless. Well, when AI takes over the world, I doubt we'll end up in the dystopian future that we saw the other week. We all went and saw a brand new movie that came out.
Did.
We did. We saw Furiosa,
Man, that's just,
Aussie
new-
rapping.
the new Mad Max.
Love
hell
an
yeah.
Aussie dystopian action pack.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
What a specimen he is.
What the
My
the
God.
best part of the film is?
Yeah, no, yeah, he was. He was.
It-
What,
yeah,
what,
it-
oh, do you have a second opinion?
No, I was thinking not quite the finest specimen in the film, in my opinion. The finest specimen was, well, Anya Taylor-Joy's mate.
Oh, rip off Mad Max.
Yeah, rip off Mad Max.
Definitely not Mad Max.
Yeah.
Definitely not Mad Max is what I would call it.
Well, it's definitely not Mad Max
Yeah.
because, you know.
Mum, can we get Mad Max? No, we have Mad Max at home.
We have Mad Max at home.
That's exactly what it
And
was.
he's a bit of a sweetheart.
He is.
Can he
It was
get
really
it? Can he
sweet
get
much.
it? Is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
No, but
Oh,
could
yeah.
could he get it if it was like
Not
Not apocalyptic,
nuclear
and he
war
was
dystopia
washed?
fighting
and he
for
was washed?
If he was
and
not like
just-
the only man left.
like if you saw
Yeah.
him in a Whole Foods, like
If you saw him at a Whole Foods, you'd be like, "Yep, that's
Get
someone." at a Whole
ChatGPT to
Foods."
mock it up and I'll let you know.
I can.
Oh God, making requests now.
What's his name?
So are we allowed to? Are we talking about this with spoilers? Or
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
It's been out for 2 weeks.
It's been out for what, a week, 2 weeks?
2 weeks
It's
now.
made
at
no
least, so-
money.
Also, it's tough to be like, we're gonna spoil this film that's set before the last one.
His
True,
name's Tom
true.
Burke.
Prequel stories are a tough one to spoil. Like,
Yeah, I think
I wouldn't go into the Phantom Menace and be like, this guy's gonna be fucking Darth Vader.
Whoa, bro.
Like, that's a huge
Yeah.
spoiler.
I see. So what did you guys think of it?
I really liked. I want to see it again, to be honest. In a comfy cinema. I really don't like. I think XEMAX is really cool, and they're big. It's a big screen. I fucking
real
hate
big.
the chairs in XEMAX.
chairs
Once
are
you
shocking.
get used to a recliner,
Mhm.
it's really hard to go back, isn't it?
Really,
The last two
spoiled for
movies
choice
I
there.
saw,
Yeah.
in a cinema that I was uncomfortable in, I've walked out going, and then I've gone and seen it again and gone, I enjoyed that more. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was one of them because that theater was so fucking hot when we went to go
But
see
does
it.
that doesn't really say much about the movie then. You
But
know,
it's
that's-
tough because when you are thinking about the film, it's the experience it's the whole experience. If you were to watch, I don't know, what's a great film that you love, like if you were to watch one of your favorite films ever, but you were sitting on a pin for the entire film, it'd be a far less enjoyable experience.
Absolutely. Well, that's it. So in order to consistently review films with the same
I need
like
comfort.
bias
I
and
need
everything,
comfort.
you need to see them in the same cinema at the
Yep.
same you need to live your like Groundhog Day for every.
Is that
for every
bad? Is that
movie.
am I in the wrong?
No, I don't think you're in the wrong. I agree with you that like your
I-
experience.
I think
will-
I just felt the length of the movie more because I was uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a photo. I have that photo you asked me to generate.
Oh
Thank
God.
you. Let me have a look at
Oh
it.
God. What is this
I
gonna
can't remember
be?
what he looks like. It doesn't look like him in my opinion, but I had ChatGPT asked to look him up,
Okay.
and
Did you get the film female monkey to wear boots, little booties?
yeah, we're
Oh,
pretty
I
good,
see.
aren't
She
we?
is clearly a female.
We're
Oh
pretty
my
good,
God.
aren't we?
Alright, we're waiting for.
Who is that? Who's that?
Allegedly.
Who's this
That's not.
stranger.
Look at the prompt. Look at the prompt.
I can't
Yeah.
see. I'm blind.
Look up the actor Tom Burke and generate a photo of him in Whole Foods. He
Look
has
up-
given a very generic white guy in
That is
Whole
not
Foods
Tom Burke.
that is currently selling Srake or Sroke, some
Let's
made
just
up
for
thing behind it.
reference, like that is oh,
Oh, what's
Yeah.
that? What's that?
that's Tom Burke.
Yeah,
They are not the same person.
I don't recognize him without black paint across all of his forehead.
I know. I actually dig it though. I dig the black, the black.
I think it
Horrid.
helped.
Yeah, I agree. It
Oh,
helped. He doesn't belong in the modern age.
No,
Anyway,
But that's
no,
him in Whole Foods.
he's a real dystopian man.
so I guess the answer is no, Alex. He couldn't get it in a Whole Foods.
No, with that
because
haircut,
he needs the gruff, like yeah.
I've
But
asked
yeah,
him to try again.
I didn't actually feel the length of the movie that much. I felt that it went fairly quickly for me. I don't
'Cause
know
it's
about you guys.
2 hours and 26 minutes.
I really didn't think it went for 2.5 hours. Like to me, it felt quicker than that. I wasn't sitting around waiting for it to finish, but I really had to go to the bathroom from like 10 minutes in.
Uh,
So that was.
I was shocked at how long it took Anya Taylor-Joy to rock off in the movie.
She
Yo,
did
that
take a while.
that was like the biggest twist of the whole film.
She's in less than half of it.
She's like, "Hey, we're halfway through this film," and it was the exact point halfway through the film when Michaela turned to me and said, "Is Anya Taylor-Joy actually gonna be?" And she appeared on screen, like instantaneously. The second.
Do we
she
think
said
it was a good casting choice for young Charlize Theron?
I do. She was good.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, she did a very good job overall. And yeah, for a younger version of Charlize Theron's Furiosa, I think it fits. I thought the kids who played her younger selves did a great job as well.
Yeah, I agree. And I said this to you guys when we watched the movie, but my biggest gripe with it is purely from a logistical standpoint. And Alex, I know you told me at the time it's a movie. Like, stop. It ain't that deep. Stop looking into it too much. But I just feel like attention to detail is important and consistency is important in a movie. And why would you have a character, have the younger version of that character have an Australian accent,
Oh god.
grow up in an Australian society, be surrounded only by Australian accented people, and then she grows up into Anya Taylor-Joy, and all of a sudden she's as American as Rock Flag and Eagle.
She's just
Like-
trying rock flag and eagle.
Damn,
She's
that
just
was
trying-
that was
she's-
well said. I'll pay that.
She was
But
just
you know,
trying to be
like,
quirky,
what-
Steph. You know,
She's the only person who speaks with an American accent. She's got no reason to. And I just think, like,
wait till she meets Tom Hardy, Max.
So, are you ready?
yep.
I just saw this film again today.
Mhm.
Oh, did you go again?
My grandpa wanted to go see it, so I went and saw it
Aw.
with him, as we tend to do. And so I was really going into it being like, okay, I'm gonna see if I feel the link. I'm gonna see like what I can pick up on that's like that I didn't pick up on initially. That group of people, like in the green place of abundance,
Yep.
at the start, they are multicultural as hell. They are like there's a point where they speak a different language to each other. Like I don't think it's just Australians there. There's a bunch of people there.
Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting one. But then, like, okay, I guess you can give him that.
And let me
But at the
raise
same
You
this-
are also
time,
growing up with
she-
Australians for many years.
Yeah, like, what about all right, the only place where she could have, if she was speaking Aussie at that point when she was a kid, the only place she would have the chance to cultivate an American accent is with those barbarians like Chris Hemsworth and
Yeah.
the rest of them. And I don't
And
even
none
think
of
they
them
barely
were
spoke
Australian.
English, let alone like they like. So yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it was just, to me, it was just lazy. Like, I get it. You shouldn't think too hard. I'm
nothing's-
not trying to find plot holes, but
Mm.
Not see to me, I'm like accents in movies don't bother me because we hit the peak of it being ridiculous when they couldn't get Gal Gadot to do an American accent. So what they did in Wonder Woman was get all of the other actors who played Amazonians to talk in Gal Gadot's accent because she
Oh,
couldn't do
God.
another accent.
Yep.
That is peak
that's
worse for me.
Yeah.
that is
because-
worse. But well, no, but it's not because it's consistent. That's all I want. Like, to me,
Consistency,
it's like,
people.
as long as they're doing it
Consistency,
well.
mm.
Like, they should have had an American speaking kid then. Like, what? To me,
It's not a hard job.
especially in a movie like Mad Max where it's set.
You're
in
trying to
Australia.
take away Australian jobs, Steph.
It's that's right. It's set in Australia. Everyone else, the Australian accent is so harsh to the ears.
Oh, it's
especially-
like the deepest, boganest lads ever.
Yeah.
My God.
And so hearing her, like, it really like took me out. Like, it was, to me, it was jarring to hear her very like American accent amongst it all. And I was just like, to me, it was just a very simple thing that they could have done. And the only reason they must have done it is because she couldn't pull off an Aussie accent.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's
Charlize
something.
Theron was also. It's
Yeah.
if anything,
That's what I
Steph,
was
it's
just
more
about
of an
to say.
issue
Or
with Mad
Charlotte,
Max Fury
because they had
Road.
to keep her.
It's more of an issue with
consistent.
Mad Max Fury Road than this because this movie was like had its hands tied behind its back because she's American in that movie.
She is,
Yeah.
you're right. In fact, so you know what? The simplest thing would have been to make her an American kid. So maybe the kid
Exactly.
couldn't do an American accent. Maybe that's what
There
the
we
problem
go.
was.
Maybe it's George Miller's niece or something. And
Yeah, could
Yeah,
have been.
maybe.
Could have been.
I mean, she also had like 6 lines.
Yeah, that's true. She didn't speak
Like-
a whole lot.
Like when your character.
what if
is
she does have
taking
it? What if
mute
she
for
does have
most
an
of the
American
film,
accent and you're just wrong? I haven't watched the movie again, so
she
it could
just
be either
talks
way.
so
I don't know.
little
Braden
that you
saw it
don't
again.
notice it.
Braden,
That
does
would be
she
really
have?
embarrassing for me.
Does she have an Australian accent?
I'm trying to even just remember from today. Like she's
When she
just
says
got,
like they slaughtered my mother, that
yeah,
man slaughtered my
she's
mother.
got like so little lines. It's tough.
What's gonna happen is that I'm gonna go see the movie again.
And you're
to
gonna watch that
Wednesday
bit and you're gonna be
night.
like, this little girl is American.
I'm gonna go Wednesday night because I kind of want to see it in D-Block and in the motion
Oh.
chairs
Fuck,
to get
that'll knock you out a
head
bit.
fucking knocked off. So I'm gonna go see it Wednesday night after work. Fuck, it's only an 8 o'clock session, motherfucker. What?
Ooh, late.
So I'm gonna go do the market research.
Love it.
On
Come
that.
back to us with your findings.
And yeah, I have to go Wednesday because it's the last day. It's in D-Block because then Bad Boys comes
nice.
out.
Then what comes out?
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Oh Christ, yeah, that does. Yep. Oh bless.
I don't even know
Well-
I'm gonna go see Bad Boys.
I think I come from a
Alone
very
Down Under.
interesting perspective when it comes to Furiosa because I haven't seen Fury Road.
You have. You've seen the movie twice. You've watched the credits twice. You've seen Fury Road.
I did see the credits of Furiosa where they did show me the highlights.
That's so weird. By
I
the way.
hated that.
This isn't-
I hated that.
I didn't
Do you know
like it
why I
either.
didn't like it? Because it wasn't as good as Fury Road. If Furiosa was better than Fury Road, then I'd be like, cool. But because Fury Road is so clearly better, I'm just like, you're showing me a better movie here.
Yeah, it's like trying to give you a lolly after going to the dentist.
Clearly better is the right. Like my dad hated Fury Road. I know a lot of people, a lot of fans of the original Mad Max hated Fury Road because
That's because they're boomers.
the boomers hated Fury Road because it doesn't have a narrative. It's just it
True.
doesn't have a strong narrative. It's really just like a cut. It's shot. It's really well shot. Like I cannot fault it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And considering it's an action film, for me to like it is really surprising as well. But I think that this makes up for what Fury Road lacks in terms of a narrative. In that regard, I wouldn't say yeah. So I still think it was a stupid choice to put them in the credits.
Oh, yeah.
But I just feel like
The
it's
Do you
one
know
thing-
why? Because if you're gonna
London.
watch the movies now, you're clearly watching this before Fury Road. Like this is one of those cases where if you're like,
Yeah.
I want to watch all the Mad Max movies, you're gonna put this on before Fury Road now. So now you're just seeing.
So then
Fury... I mean, you can turn the
why
movie
would-
off, but
Yeah, you could just stop it immediately, but like, that's still weird.
that
The
to
one thing
me,
it did
yeah.
for me, as someone who's always seen clips from Fury Road, as always, they've always been like, look how impressive this practical stunt work is. Look at these practical explosions and effects. Like, oh my god, it looks amazing. To then see clips from Fury Road at the end of Furiosa, which didn't have as many practical effects and had a lot more CGI in it, it kind of just made me go, it made me notice that even more so.
So my
Like,
speaking of what they did practically, there's a shot where this guy's on like a glider and it goes up with him over the action scene. That was all
Yeah.
practical and that looked amazing.
yeah. And you can tell in Furiosa when things are practical because they
the
stand
massive
out.
explosion at the bullet farm, that was practical.
Yeah. They have really great moments which are full on really full on practical explosions and or like just practical driving and everything. There's watching it again, one that really got me was when they first go onto the Fury Road and there's the bike that's on the like speed bike with the side car, and they do that incredible Steph's just dipped. They do that incredible like U-turn where they like fang it around and drift around. And that bit of driving is so impressive because you're seeing it and going, fuck, that's real. And then you get into more of it and there's less and less of that real driving, and it really does affect it. And I wonder how long it will be until we can figure out what's going on here.
Definitely.
There we are.
I'm back. There was a teething problem.
Oh, classic.
What was the teething problem?
With I knocked over my tower of books.
Oh,
And my laptop
Classic.
closed.
I would love for
Sorry
you to
about that.
check Audacity and see if it is still going as well.
I that was the first thing I did. You'd be so proud of me.
Well done. Well done.
It's
We
still
love
running.
it. Good work. That's what we like to hear.
Human.
But overall, as someone who didn't see Fury Road beforehand, I really enjoyed the world building. Like I have never seen a Mad Max film before. I enjoyed the world building and seeing how bonkers crazy they were. The costume work is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like the sheer amount of actual costumes they're managing to produce in these weird, creative, unique ways. Really cool. The practical stuff was good. The CGI stuff kind of let me down a little bit, but overall I thought it was pretty good. On rewatching it, I was trying to figure out which of the chapters felt the longest to me.
Was that 5?
terms
That was
of like
5, right?
no, it was 4.
4 chapters.
Because I feel like 4
Moving
just
away.
it did so much in that one bit.
Moving
it
away
kinda-
from the traditional 3-act structure.
That well, 5-act structure is actually another structure that I've heard used a lot on the now no longer running podcast from the Rocket Jump guys and the Dungeons and Daddies guys. Story Break. They always used a 5-act structure, which was very interesting. But the 5-act structure did not exactly fit the 5 chapters of this film. It was, yeah. I feel like some people are going to see it and be like, "Oh, why didn't they get over the childhood bit quicker?" Like, but no, I would keep all of that. I thought that was really good, and obviously, it gives you a lot of time with Chris Hemsworth, who is just having an absolute blast.
Is
in
he
this
the best
role.
part of the movie?
A soft spot. He really had a soft spot for Anya Taylor-Joy's character, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's something that wasn't. I mean, it was more implied, right? Because he was carrying around that stuffed toy with him the whole time, which belonged to his own kids, who were taken from him as well. So I think that's something that it wasn't explored all that much. But I guess there's like not much to explain really. She's not going to forgive him just because she's got a soft spot for her. But
it was that thing of like he was deeply fucked up in the sense of what he's lived through and like losing his kids clearly.
Yeah.
And then when you get that moment at the end where he has that realization of who she is, and then realizes everything that is built up to this moment from when he last saw her, when he knows that he last saw her. It's that moment where he realizes like, oh, you're the same type of evil in me, like, and he has like a weird fondness and respect for her.
Yeah.
And it kind of just gets deeply like you just really get to see how purely deranged he is.
Yeah,
but God, he was having fun with his prosthetic nose.
He
and
was
teeth.
having a lot of fun. He could still get it, honestly.
That's the moment where they run into the war boy out on the road and they grab his like flare gun, like his big like blood powder bomb thing, and they just shoot it into the ground. Perfect. That's real good shit. I like that.
Yeah.
And then his like a massive cloak being red and everything. It was good fun.
Because he really was hesitant to give her away, and I think it's like I wonder what sort of plans he would have had for her if she'd stayed, because she wasn't treated like the others. She was treated because she was like a pure whatever they said, like she
a full life.
Yeah, a full life. There you go.
Untouched by man and world.
That's right. Yeah, which is a little bit of an ick there, but
oh boy, like as someone who hadn't seen Fury Road and didn't know all the stuff with the like Furiosa freeing the women from Immortan Joe, my God, how deeply fucked up all that is. That's so gross.
Very much so.
Oh,
very
and
much
his son. So. Oh,
ugh.
The biggest, grossest, but also showing how smart and ingenious Furiosa was. So.
Did you hear that apparently one of the brothers, one of those Immortan Joe's kids,
Scrotus
won a competition?
Rectus?
One of them, I can't remember which one, won a competition to actually be in the movie.
In Fury Road.
Yeah, he was. I think he was actually born with a genetic abnormality.
Oh, no way!
And so he entered he was given the opportunity to start in the show, and he did fantastic. Like I never would have picked that one of those weren't professional actors.
Yeah, I thought both of them nailed their jobs. That's
wild. It was either one of those two, or maybe it was the one who the one
that passed away.
Well, in the movie he did, like not in real life, that from the first one, but in the movie he was the one that did that thing where he went into the little manhole on the truck.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
he was another son, wasn't he?
There was one in Fury Road who was a
famous.
Yeah, I think that might be who you're thinking of, because he
was an actor though.
He was an actor, yeah.
No, he did. Yeah, so this one here, he didn't pass away. He's alive. This guy.
Oh.
He won a competition, and yeah, this is what my dad told me. So obviously not the most reliable source.
Love it. Saw it on the internet.
Saw it on the internet. That's right.
The internet's real. Have you seen the Pope in this massive puffer jacket?
What?
But overall, I thought Furiosa was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Now that I've seen it a second time, I don't really think I'll be seeking it out again. But
I'm just going to turn off my camera for 1 second because
you get it.
I'm just going to fix this again. It's still not fixed.
I'm
going to have a better setup for next week when I'm back.
You're fine.
Can we get a budget? Can we get a budget for this?
Oh,
do you think we have money?
Oh, buddy.
My God.
How do I put an expense claim in?
No, you buy it and then you buy it and just put the reimbursement form in and just hope it gets paid through.
Yeah, the process is really long.
Look, finance and HR need to pull the finger out, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Finance is on holidays. They're in Europe at the moment.
Yeah. They'll get around to it eventually. Maybe 1 year.
I think they took all of our budget and went to Europe. I'm a little sus.
Oh, you're kidding.
Like I said, I really liked the movie. I gave it 3.5. It could easily be a 4 for me.
Nice.
I just gotta watch it.
Gotta see it in comfier seats.
I need to be comfy.
What do you give it, Braden?
I gave it a 3.
Okay.
I thought some parts of it were a lot stronger than others. Some aspects of it I really enjoyed. Some aspects of it I wasn't too crash hot on. But
I do love the world of Mad Max though.
I definitely found like the world building and the way they were world building without over explaining things. I really enjoyed that.
That was good.
When writers and like filmmakers and storytellers can really just present a world and give you lots of little details that flesh out how that world works without being like, oh, we're gonna give you the entire history in a full monologue, or a montage. Like, I really enjoy when they can really just.
They did the montage
details.
at the end, though, didn't they? They did the montage at the end.
Oh well, they did the montage of the other film. But,
yes.
But and they did the montage of the possible stories, which I enjoyed. In the sense of telling stories.
Yo, the real one's pretty fucked up, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Put a peach pit in him, and he grew a tree out of him.
That man is peachy.
He's suffering.
He's it's so gross. It's so gross.
It's a good movie.
Oh my God.
You know what else is a good movie? Now that Steph's here, I can have someone to finally back me up who's seen the movie.
Oh.
It's my favorite movie of the year. It's Challengers. I haven't had anyone to back me up.
True.
I don't know where to start on it. I don't know where to start on it. Is this an explicit podcast? Like, is this like a?
Oh, I've said the F word a bunch of times.
I don't want to use the F word in that context.
You can say they can get it.
They can everyone in that movie can get it. Everyone. My God, it's literally like the horniest movie of the year. I'm just like.
Of ever, maybe. Horniest movie ever. It's the horniest movie without a sex scene.
And there's no sex in it.
It boggles my mind when I started hearing that there actually wasn't a sex scene in it.
There's no sex in it at all. And yet they managed to make it a sexy movie. It is tittillating. The music, the score, and the soundtrack.
The score may be one of my favorite scores ever.
Fantastic. It's so intense. It's so like. I was on the edge of my seat. Alex can probably attest to this. I don't know how much he was paying attention to me as I was watching it. But exactly. But I had my like arms around my legs, around my knees, which were tucked into my chest. Then when it came down to the actual match, watching the tennis, because I actually really like tennis in my off time. When I'm not watching movies, I like watching tennis. I was like leaning forward, mouth agape, like on the edge of my seat, quite literally, wanting to know what was going to happen.
That's so good.
It was phenomenal. And, I just have to say this. You guys probably won't be as into this as me. But the creative director, I was so into the fashion. I was like, Zendaya is killing it here. And it's not a coincidence that Zendaya and Josh O'Connor, and maybe even Mike Feist, are all Loewe, the fashion house from Spain, Loewe ambassadors, because the creative director of Loewe is the costume designer for Challenges.
Okay, that's
Jonathan
cool.
Anderson, aka JW Anderson. So that's where all the fashion comes from. And now you can actually purchase the I Told You.
I kind of want the I Told You shirt.
I Told You shirt. It's $800, Alex. So that's Loewe for you.
Are you gonna get it, Steph? Are you gonna buy it?
I don't think I could pull it off. So
did
no,
you
I'm not.
contemplate buying it though?
I contemplated it. I've already got stuff from Loewe anyway, so I didn't need the I Told You shirt.
Yeah.
But
My God.
They all wear it in the movie.
Yeah, they do. They
Because
do.
we've
They
got
do
three
all
of
wear it. There is also going to be a Challenges auction coming soon, just so you know, where I think you can buy the actual one that both Zendaya and Josh O'Connor wear. Just thought I'd let you all know.
There we go.
I don't know
I'm
any
sure
more
that's gonna
details
be
about it, but
expensive.
there is an auction coming soon. But yeah, so that's the little behind the scenes. JW Anderson, fashion designer and creative director for Loewe, is the costume designer and Challenges, which explains all the fashion.
I think the movie's just got so much energy for a movie where look, the tennis scenes are super exciting, but for the rest of, and I think a big part of it has to do with the performances and the score. I think the score does a lot to breathe a lot of like life and energy into the actual movie.
Instead of just like hearing the shoes squeak and the like.
Well, there's that, and then there's just those argument scenes where there's characters who just start arguing, and then the music comes in, and it's really fucking good.
It's
Just
really
ramps
good.
everything up.
It's fantastic. It is fantastic. Luca Guadagnino can do no wrong.
Yeah, I thought Bones and All was fine, was pretty good.
That's the only one of his that I have. Oh no, I think I haven't. Oh yeah, I haven't seen it, but
I haven't seen Suspiria. He did the Suspiria remake.
I also haven't seen that one. There you go. It's not the only one I haven't seen.
Oh, I've heard people talk about that before because I've heard Dan and Jen talk about Suspiria a bunch. That checks out. Interesting.
Yeah, this movie's. I know you love Call Me by Your Name, but this is my favorite movie of his.
Yeah, well, Call Me by Your Name is always going to have a special place in my heart. They're both very different movies, I think, in the way that, like.
But that's really good. That he can just make so different movies, and they're so good.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't have guessed that they're from the same director. And Bones and All is probably different to both of them. So.
Very.
Yeah.
That one. Okay, I was just looking up what this Bones and All one was. It was the Timothy Chalamet.
Tiffany Chalamet, and they eat people. They eat people.
Yeah,
that they do.
But yeah, Challenges. Go see it.
It is shocking that Michaela and I haven't gone and seen Challenges yet. If it's still in cinemas this week, I think we'll try and finally go see it.
It should still be in cinemas. It should be.
I hope so.
Or you can rent it on Amazon Prime for the low price of $25.99. Actually, $19.99.
I have a
$25.99 is to own.
I have a free Passanova pass that I can use.
Nice.
So I will be doing that. Thank you. Oh, but yeah, Challenges is definitely on the list. Definitely want to see it. Sounds amazing. Sounds very much up my alley.
I saw it 3 times in theaters, and it was.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
All 3 times.
Within the span of like about 3 days.
It's good.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful, truly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I did finish Shameless though. Quickly throw that.
Hey,
it's over.
I want to hear more about this because I
Steph.
watched Shameless years ago, right? I'm gonna be that one to say I was the first one here to watch Shameless.
You are on it.
And I stopped.
Well, TikTok made me watch it.
Pardon?
TikTok made me watch it. I kept seeing.
TikTok made Alex watch it. I stopped probably about 3 years ago. I stopped watching it. 3 years ago, yeah, roughly. Anyway, and Alex has been informing me of the seasons that I dropped off on, what I missed out on. And Alex, would you care to tell everyone what you told me?
So, this is how far Shameless got into its life. Is that the last season incorporates COVID into the show. So you got characters walking around with masks and everything, and it's such a big, like, lingering plot device in the background. Yeah. And then, so when it finally comes time to end the show, and you go, what do we do with Frank Gallagher? We're going to give him, first of all, we're going to give him dementia throughout the whole last season.
So how does that start?
He's got this dementia that's brought on by alcoholism.
Okay.
So they basically say that you drank so much alcohol that
destroyed his brain cells.
It destroyed your brain.
Is he forgetting just like people's
yeah.
names and stuff?
So
like
he
that?
goes through a lot of episodes. He goes through just like it just essentially has got Alzheimer's or something. Like he just
Is it ever redeeming in any way, or is
you
it
feel
him?
bad
Is he
for him,
still
which is like they really try to make you feel bad for him, but you just got to remember all the shit he's done. And that's what that's what I found the strangest thing they did. Well, first of all, they give him dementia all last season, and then you go, okay, so dementia's probably going to kill him. He's going to die from this, and then he decides to say, like on his own terms, he goes, "I've had enough. I'm sick of living with this dementia. I'm going to OD on heroin, write a note, and die." He ODs on heroin but survives, and then he gets picked up and taken to the hospital just by wandering out in the street, and then in the hospital, they said he's got COVID and he dies.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad Chris isn't here.
Is it done well? Like, is it
Do you want to see
justice
it?
for Frank?
Yeah,
if it doesn't go for too long.
I'll just play snippets of it.
Because I just feel like I don't know how I feel about that. Like Frank is one of those people where he is so awful. Have you seen any of it, Brayden?
No, I've not. But I mean,
he rivals all of the characters in Always Sunny for how bad he is.
Yeah, if you were just to tell me someone was bad like that, and I've heard descriptions of how bad they are, and then you were to tell me exactly what you just told me, that very much feels like putting a hat on a hat, like ODing on heroin, surviving, going to the hospital. Oh, they got COVID, died.
Yeah, why couldn't they? In my eyes, why couldn't they just kill him from the dementia or the? Why did it have to be COVID?
Just heroin was enough.
I just think that, like,
That's
Frank
weird.
is one of those people where he is seriously just so iconic and he's hilarious. And honestly, you low-key love him because of how awful he is in the same way that you love the Sunny Gang. Like, you would never want to know these people or be friends with them in reality.
Yeah.
Oh, let's...
No, this isn't...
Does Fiona show up for the ending at all?
Sorry, no, she doesn't. Some reason it's playing episode 1 or another season instead of season 11 that I clicked on.
11 seasons, Jesus. I commend you just on that alone.
What did I watch up to? It should be on my Netflix.
So...
Cameron Monaghan!
So, he's in the hospital.
He's a Star Wars man. Face shield.
Yeah, so right, this is all very like, okay, this feels very...
Yeah, we got it.
With the times.
We know what's up.
So it's Frank, he's dying in the hospital. And then he has all these, Oh, he gets this tattooed on his chest. Do not resuscitate. On his chest.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, that's a bit of fun.
That's a pretty brutal tattoo. Like,
and then they kind of do this where, as he's dying, he's walking through the old house, and then they just play clips from season 1.
Oh.
Oh my god, he looks so young.
So this is where we see characters like young Carl. We see
they're
Fiona
just like,
here.
Hey, remember how we all started? Yeah.
Debbie the bitch. We see.
He's such a bitch.
Yeah, you see. This is the only time we see Fiona. Which we'll see her in a sec. There she is. And then he kind of dies. So he's not really here.
He's having like any sort of COVID. Like, is he having respiratory issues in the lead up? Is there anything like that?
Nah. So he's not really here, by the way. This is him imagining, but everything around him's happening.
He's a ghost.
So yeah, and then they do this thing where like Liam's the only one that sees him.
Right.
Well, they try to show that Liam's the other one that's really looking for him.
I see dead people.
And then
creepy.
So the whole thing is at the end of episode 1, they all surrounded by, they all like go around and watch a car burn out in the street. So they do that again, and as they're all here, they start singing, and then Frank floats up to heaven and gives a monologue.
Okay.
What?
What the fuck?
And that's him flatlining from COVID.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
I don't know if I like it.
No, I don't either.
That is a choice.
Alex, I can
Wow.
confirm I've seen up to season 10, episode 7.
Oh, so you made it to the second to last season.
Wow, you got
Damn,
deep
you
in
missed
there.
a good episode. You missed Mickey
Oh
and
my god, is he
Ian's
still?
wedding. Look,
I'm
Steph,
going to have
look.
to finish it. I'm going to have to finish it. He's still going. I'll have to finish it now. There's not
That's
that much for me to
hilarious.
watch.
You gotta watch it. Pans up and he's floating up.
That's so funny. Oh my.
And he gives a speech, and in this speech is what I find the worst part of it.
That's
He-
bad.
He talks about every one of his kids in the speech, but Fiona.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone gets a mention but Fiona.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I feel like there's bad blood between them and Fiona because Fiona.
She left the show,
She wanted
like
to
you
leave.
reckon on
But
like...
she left season 9. She stayed around 2 seasons longer than she should have.
Yeah.
Um,
But even you take away the character, like it doesn't... You take away the actor, Fiona's got nothing to do with Emmy Rossum. Like
no.
she was still such a fundamental part of the show. Like I feel like as a character, she should have been mentioned.
No. So we
Interesting.
like Chris and I were speaking, and Chris and I both think this is the place to end the show. Season 7, episode 12. Lip finally sorting out his alcoholism.
Yeah.
You've got that. So this is right after Monica dies.
Yeah.
You've got Fiona getting the keys to a new apartment she's building.
Yep.
And you've got Carl getting into the military academy, and him and Frank are doing a memorial for Monica.
Yeah, that would have been a really good ending.
Mhm.
Where does Fiona end up going off to? Where does she fly? Where does she move?
They don't say where she's going.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, that's stupid. So anyway, after watching this, I'm now 4 episodes into The Bear because I'm rewatching
Oh.
The Bear before.
Have you not started The Bear?
No, I've watched it all, but the new season comes out this month. So
Okay,
I'm
so-
rewatching it all.
All right.
Okay, so I should probably get on to the Bear already. Hey,
The
Get
Bear
onto
is
The
one of
Bear.
the best shows ever.
I know I haven't watched it yet. I need to.
Oh, Braden, did you see what they put on Netflix?
What they put on Netflix? What we got?
oh,
What
I
we
thought it
got?
was-
On
I
the
thought it was
old
just gonna take- here we go.
flicky. Oh, finally, yes. I have to watch that now as well. I've been waiting for that to pop up on a streaming service.
It's good.
Thank God. I've been waiting for that.
It's shockingly good for a Godzilla movie. They just somehow get the human
yeah.
characters right.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought with like Shin Godzilla. That was excellent. I really enjoyed that. And
Yeah,
it's-
Godzilla versus Kong was pretty great. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. You know, they just get it right. You know, all the
they
characters
just
really,
they
all the characters shine, and you know,
They
the
just-
monsters
they just
have
get it.
personality, and they know what they're
they
doing.
go into the center of the earth.
Yeah,
and
that
then
movie's
surprise,
the best. What about
there's a
Steph?
second
You remember
center of
Godzilla
the
versus
earth.
Kong, right? You know how there's a Earth in the middle of the Earth.
Oh my God! Yes,
Yeah.
we watched that at a screening,
Yeah,
didn't we?
we
Press
did.
screening.
Well, guess
yeah,
what?
I think I
Godzilla-
repressed that.
Godzilla
Oh, ready?
times
Get
Kong.
ready.
Godzilla times Kong came out this year, Steph. And would you believe me if I told you there was another Earth under that Earth? You're right. Subterranean Earth is what. I wish I
It's-
was kidding. You're
it's
looking
two
at me
layers
like
deep.
Alex. Tell me you're kidding.
I feel ill just thinking
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
what a waste of time to
what
I
about
waste
the
lost my
shower?
money
mind
and
when I was told that. I did not see it myself, and God forbid I probably never. will.
Michael and I put the bullet and went to go see it for everyone.
Yeah, you legend. Thank you very much. No, I watched the original Godzilla, and then I watched Shin Godzilla, and now I will finally get to watch Godzilla -1. Very excited for that. That's gonna be good.
There is a really funny moment though when Kong picks up a baby Kong and he beats the shit out of other monkeys with baby Kong.
just awful.
It's just art, really.
Cinema.
It's just, you know, it's where we get to.
Well, speaking of monkeys, I watched Rise of the Planet of the Apes in my slow catch up to the Planet of the Apes films.
Mhm.
Well, actually, before that, I haven't mentioned I watched Battle and Conquest or
Mm.
Conquest, whichever way it is. Is it Conquest? I'm trying to
Conquest
remember what it's
first and
called.
battle.
Yeah.
Apes.
So I watched them. Oh my God! With one what is it? Roddy McDowell or whatever his name is.
Mhm.
The the guy who plays the main ape across basically all of them.
Yeah, he plays Caesar in Conquest.
Yeah, he then plays Caesar. Oh my god, that film and like it's how like it as a revolution film and like how it is.
It all happens
showing-
very fast though. Like in
It's-
20
I-
years, they're already
I
got
100% get
camps
what
of
you
apes.
mean. When you and Chris were talking about how surely with them traveling back in time, they then made a different timeline and it like sped everything up because
Yeah.
it was very sudden. It was like, hey, it's the 90s. And it's like,
See,
what?
I think that movie's pretty good, and then they have his monologue at the end, and then it's very, very good.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And in the
I was
original, there's a
floored.
director's cut original ending where he just tells them he doesn't stop them killing the humans.
Whoa.
It ends with them bashing the shit out of that guy.
Oh, that would kind of fit
Yeah.
really well. I was shocked when they didn't. Steph, I cannot stress this enough. I am so shocked at how good these films are.
I was like, I've never even heard of them. I've never even.
These are the original Apes movies.
There is 5 original Planet of the Apes films, and they all came out within like
Whoa.
7 years of each other.
Okay.
You gotta watch
okay.
Escape. You just gotta watch Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
All right. I'll at the very least watch that.
It is.
Well, watch the end of the second one,
Um,
then at least watch the third.
Escape, because you gotta watch Beneath, because Beneath the Planet of the Apes, you go, this is a bit shit. Then halfway through it switches and it goes, okay, this is fucking weird. And then the ending
is
happens, you
bonkers.
go, the ending happens, you go, what the fuck? How is there 3 more movies after this one?
Okay. All right.
And then
I'm
you watch,
excited to get into it.
And then you watch Escape and you go, oh well, this is
Oh.
fun.
This is great. It's just such a fun movie on its own, but then it's also tied into everything. Oh, it's great. It's very
It's
well
also
done.
hilarious.
And yeah, 4, incredible revolutionary film, like about a revolution. Really thought that was good. And then 5 just feels like it feels like a Planet of the Apes film.
Yeah.
Like I just thought it did a really good job of being a Planet of the Apes film and giving you sort of everything that you would want from that.
Yeah, the only
Okay.
thing with 5 is that it's missing all of the deeper messaging.
Yeah,
it's
it
just
kind of
apes.
just
You're just watching apes now.
it's like you're just watching apes and there's gonna be a fight.
Like, cause 1's got a pretty deep message.
Yeah.
Some could argue 2's got a message. 3 definitely has a message.
3
4's
has
got
a
a
very
message.
strong message. 4's got a good
and
message.
then
5 is just
and then Battle for the Planet of the Apes is just watching monkeys fight.
5 feels like what people wanted War from the Planet of the Apes to be like, from what it sounds like.
And then you
Where they
gotta
were like-
watch Tim Burton's
expecting
Mark
a war.
Wahlberg Planet of the Apes
No, you
remake,
did not. You did not.
which I
you
sat
did
through
not.
and I did it. I watched it all.
You
Definitely
man.
don't need to see that one.
Awful movie.
But having rewatching Rise, because I haven't seen it since probably it came out. Still
Rise is
very
fun.
good. It's good, but like after having watched the originals, I found I really was missing the whole like revolutionary side to it.
We're gonna
Like-
watch. It's the Rise, Braden. You're after Dawn.
It's true.
You're after the Dawn,
but-
Braden.
Yeah, but I also didn't make the connection that is it Cobra, who's the villain in the second one.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that it was him in the original.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The one that they are testing on the most.
Yeah,
He's
in
the like
Rise.
Oh my god.
he's been in like all. They're like, oh, he's been through heaps of different like science facilities.
That's why he
and
hates
stuff.
humans. Like he can't
Yeah.
can't let go of that because he was
Yeah.
tested and
Oh,
tortured by humans for so long.
Yeah, he was.
Well, you can't blame him.
Yeah, so now I'm like,
That's
oh,
why
that
he's
makes so much more
sympathetic.
sense.
That's why he's a bit sympathetic.
Mm. But no, I'm very excited to keep going with them as well. So I have Godzilla -1, Challenges, and the next 2 Planet of the Apes. The second one I have seen before. I saw that when it was new, and I never saw War for the Planet of the Apes.
What was the best one?
Well, there you go. I will catch up and we'll see. And then
Okay.
eventually I'll see Kingdom when it comes to streaming. But yeah. Other than that, there is one other thing that I want to mention before we start to bring this episode to a close. And I have a general posing question to start with. Steph, have you ever watched Doctor Who?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't. I
That's
haven't
fair
seen
enough.
Doctor Who.
I can accept that.
Doctor Who.
I
I haven't seen it
I
either,
can-
Steph.
I can.
Oh,
I can
okay,
ex-
yeah.
I can
High
accept
five.
it. It's not for everyone.
It's
Um,
just a bit
Too fucking weird, right?
nerdy.
It's too fucking weird.
that's
That's too deep.
understandable.
I don't come back from that.
Yeah, it is fair. Like I do have a signed David Tennant's signature.
Wow, what are they called? Fans of Doctor Who? Is it Whovian or is that like Dr. Seuss?
Whovians. Yeah, Dr. Seussicles.
Aren't they all the ones in the Whovians living in Whoville?
No, that's
The-
Dr. Seuss.
That's I
Cat in
mean
the Hat and that.
Whovians, and yeah, I guess it
Like
is
the Who's
same,
from
isn't
Whoville?
it?
Like their
The
nose.
Venn diagram.
Oh
Like
my
with their
god, it all
noses?
connects. Oh, the places we'll go.
Voila.
But new Doctor Who, Ncuti Gatwa from Barbie and Sex Education is
Is this
really
the Black
good.
Doctor Who or the female Doctor Who?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
Black Doctor Who.
Whoa,
He is fantastic. He's very, very good.
not my Doctor Who.
So episodes recently have they've tackled. What have they really tackled? I'm trying to remember the first couple episodes now. This episode they did a really good bottle episode where the Doctor's standing on a landmine, and the entire episode is just set around this landmine and this space around it. And it is incredible on how it is a commentary on war and late stage capitalism and corporate greed and like the dehumanizing of soldiers, and like it's very well done.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And Ncuti Gatwa just gets to sort of act his chops off a bunch and like be really good. This episode, this most recent episode, Dot and Bubble, is basically, it starts off and you're like, oh, this is making fun of like shows like The Circle and like Netflix's The Circle, where they're all like,
I've seen it.
yeah, it's like making fun of that and like you're like Love Islands and that sort of shit, and poking fun at like, you know, young people being terminally online. And I was expecting the whole message of the episode to be, people are looking at their phones so much and people are so online that they're not paying attention to the atrocities happening around them. Because that's what the majority of the episode is about.
Yep.
This episode has a end twist reveal that if you were paying attention earlier in the episode, you would have kind of put some pieces together. For anyone who wants to watch this Doctor Who episode without spoilers, leave now. If you like, go watch it. It's good. And I'm going to talk spoilers now. So they set up that this entire community living with these like social media bubbles around them.
Very Black Mirror.
It's very Black Mirror. That's the other thing I was trying to remember what people compare it to. It feels very Black Mirror. It feels like a Black Mirror episode. They've got the social media bubbles around them, all their friends they're connected, all their followers count, and all this stuff. But there's monsters that are like big, slow slugs that are eating people. And like they're completely unaware of what's happening around them because they're all within their bubble. And they're all like terminally online. Literally, terminally. Because they're dying. And they set up at one point, they reveal, these are all the children of this home planet above them. Like they're on like a moon or some shit. This home planet above them, these are all the children of the rich families. They've all been sent to the moon to go basically party and like live. It's like 18 to 27-year-olds or something is the whole thing. The main actress of this episode is insufferable. She does such a good job of just being you cannot stand her for the entire episode.
Okay.
They kind of make you feel for her at one point, and then they reveal that she is just a absolute bitch and only cares about herself and sacrifices someone who was doing really good things to take care of her.
Sounds like my kind of person.
So basically they reveal, okay, this is a bunch of rich kids like who have been sent away to this place. Their homeworld has already been taken over by these monster slugs that are eating people. Everyone on the homeworld's dead. And they've slowly been eating through these people as they've been ignoring them. They get through, she gets away, she like totally leaves this other guy behind and he dies. It very brutally for Doctor Who, mind you. Like, I was very much like, Michaela and I were like shocked when he died, because this little like bowl thing, which is the like hologram projecting thing, like flies straight through his head, and I was like, wow, that was a lot more than I was expecting. But she basically like leaves him behind after he's basically saved her, and you're like, wow, she is the worst. I hate her. And then she gets to the safe zone where all the people are like, the remaining survivors are like, oh, we're gonna get away from here. And the doctor's there with his companion, and he offers to like take them home, like take them somewhere safe and help them get away. And you realize that they've all been ignoring him, and they're continuing to try to ignore him. At which point, one of them says, no, stop talking to him. You'll get contaminated.
Oh.
And you realize this entire episode, if you didn't notice it earlier, every single person on the social media bubble screen, every person you've seen in this episode everywhere, have all been very white. And this last reveal of this episode is that they are all basically like horrid white supremacist rich kids. And Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor just gets this incredible moment where he is just heartbroken and full of rage, and like he kind of just like he has this kind of breakdown where he's trying to fight his urge that everyone deserves to be saved, and everyone like he needs to help everyone, but these people are refusing his help, and like it's brilliantly done. Like he does such a good job with it. It's such a good like
As someone
twist.
who doesn't watch Doctor Who, could I just like start with that?
100%. You could
Okay.
just watch. You could watch any episode of recently, and you could like get into it. The fun thing, Doctor Who's now on Disney Plus, because Disney Plus got the distribution rights for it. And they're basically calling it season 1. As like basically.
Oh, okay. It's like a.
They're like it's a new
starting
jumping on
fresh.
point.
Yeah. All right.
So
Cool.
I would
All right.
basically recommend.
That's really interesting.
They did 3 specials, with David Tennant returning as Doctor Who. They're really fun. I highly recommend them. They're actually just very high quality, good Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And then the third of those specials reveals Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor in there as well. Then there's a Christmas special, which is technically listed as episode 1 of this season 1. You can basically just watch, if you don't feel like watching like specials 1 and 2, just watch special 3, because it's David Tennant, it's Neil Patrick Harris as the villain. He's very good. And then you get to see the reveal of Ncuti Gatwa. Then go on to watch.
All right then. Okay. Cool. Will do. All right. Thanks for that. Good tip.
But yeah, there's been some really strong episodes so far. And
That's
yeah,
really exciting.
the twist, like the reveal of them all just being super racist, was just, it hits like a brick, and you just watch Ncuti Gatwa just break, and it's incredibly done.
I'm very curious to see how it's done for sure.
Yeah.
I'll give that a watch.
Plus Ncuti Gatwa's just like one of the most attractive people in the world. Oh my god.
I've seen pictures. I won't say that's not an incentive. I've seen pictures. Yeah.
My gosh. He is stunning.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's about it. Unless there's anything else that anyone wants to mention before we
That's it from me.
That's it from me.
venture forth to come back and discuss a bunch more next time. Well, that's it. That's welcome back, Steph. Once again.
Thank you. Glad to be
Welcome
back. Glad to be
It's
back.
exciting.
Oh, we
glad to
gotta
have you
figure
back.
out how to do the name thing now. Steph's always last, I guess. If you do in
Yes.
alphabetical order.
We do sign off in alphabetical order, so Steph
Okay.
will be last. And
Alright.
Chris will forever forget where he stands in the alphabet. It's good fun.
Is it by last name or first name?
First name.
Just my first name.
Hey,
Really shouldn't
hey,
be that
we're
hard
pretty-
with an Alexander and a Braden.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
you'd think.
And Chris, ABC.
ABC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and to be honest, Steph, if it was by alphabetical order, you and Braden sitting around the same areas you would normally be.
We're really not moving around that much.
Yeah, and with saying that, as always, I'm Alex,
I'm Braden.
I'm Steph.
and we're out of here, you filthy animals. Goodbye.